When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Bruins will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will get first crack at it here. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Aller. Here comes the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. So UCLA's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off and really vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The inside handoff. Shakes off the defender. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here. Blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And a really nice job on that last one, picking up the 1st down.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run. Less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Try to barge their way in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that.
Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Bruins want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Makes the grab. It's Matthews.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the 1st down marker and still running. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The play action fake. Got his man down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down.
Touchdown, UCLA! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Underrated. The relationship between a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Turning it on. Got his man on the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Using the quick game.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Quick step and go. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Aller. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Thomas.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The Bruins are in the hurry up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's loose at the 15. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Quickly out to the tight end.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. Powers through the defender. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. And the Bruins line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll try the run. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lost the defense, he's wide open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The throw to the outside is complete. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting him tackled to the ground.
Bag's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly where he had to get 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em. And they hooked a W in this one. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least once
intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And if you're going to throw a heater like that as a quarterback, you better be accurate, because tips lead to picks, especially when you're throwing it over the middle of the field. That time trying to find his tight end, but it is not an accurate throw. It goes up in the air, and the defense makes him pay with the pick.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Got it! Touchdown, Penn State! And that one will give them the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw.
Oh, he's got some space. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the ground with the back.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And the Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turns it on in midfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pena.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Aller. Zings it complete to the right. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmaker.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back. And the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark. And when you do, you have a...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Flores. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Fakes to grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. That pass not close as he got twilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Off the play fake on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the foot.
Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Makes the catch. It's Ross. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Going to sling it on 2nd down. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty.
Let's go. Break. Double, double.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Berger. Runs through the tackle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Bruins in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. Timeout called by the offense, clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Lets it fly. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see.
Touchdown, UCLA! Quick strike through the air for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Northwestern has the kickoff team on the field as we are about ready to start. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Penn State's offense will have the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Back to pass, it's Aller. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Well, and this corner really can shut down half the field, and that's a big problem. This offense They really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back. And I don't know if that's possible. He's just...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He didn't get a lot on the return, but, man, did he set his offense up at the 30. The give on the inside. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Snagged in the middle. It's Albright. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here comes the option. Makes a man miss. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Stone. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Northwestern. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Used the play fake, now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Gets rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. There he goes. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Stone. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Lots of running room. Inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Caught over the middle. It's Covey. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Northwestern in business in the red zone. The give to the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Stone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Porter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14. 3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. 1st down, Northwestern.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over UMass. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. To throw, it's Allard. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got him downfield. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Just drives it between the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. A quick pass to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to pass. It's Stone. Quick spin on the ride. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He gets it beyond the marker, and it'll be a first down for Northwestern. Really good start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. They've created some space. They'll snap it from the 36. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Gets it past the marker. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Northwestern coming to the line with another first down. Power football with the run. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Covey. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Looking downfield, it's Stone. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. They'll move the tight end. He wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. caught in the backfield. It's Porter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Leaves it with the back. Nice move there. At midfield, he's got room. Wide open spaces. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They kick it away on 4th down. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. To the air, it's Aller. Got it in the middle, it's Dinkins.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Right on the money. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. On the run, it's Porter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He's got the tight end. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Good timing on the quick out. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
To the air, it's Allard. He uncorks one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been
He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got a man, it's Ross. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got him. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. The clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw again. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. 1-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. Number 1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to